Welcome to another installment of the Filloy Media Arts newsletter. Someday I'm going to decide on a permanent name for this. Today is not that day. Today's student work, however, is by Amaria Harper, one of my 8th graders. Students had to make a short video with light sources in different locations. And while many students used a flashlight or changed which way they were facing the sun, Amaria made this animation. Now, is it what I was expecting? No. Is it awesome? Yeah. There were other videos that scored well, but the additional work put into this above and beyond what I expect from a homework assignment gave me little choice but to include it here. While we're on the topic of homework, let's talk a bit about the category of assignments called homework. In media arts, homework is worth 10% of the student's average. While this can be a tipping point between letter grades, I'll admit it isn't as stress-inducing a category as the 70% that classwork is worth. So with homework counting so little, why do it at all, right? I'll be honest, I don't like giving busy work. Students catch on quick when they're doing work for work's sake, and I end up having to grade it either way. Me personally, I'd rather grade something meaningful. Enter the weekly video homework assignment. The rubrics for these are intentionally simplistic. Out of a total of 20 points, students earn 5 points for keeping their videos between 1 and 3 minutes, 5 points for properly including titles and credits, that includes citing everyone who helped, and 5 points for following the class standards for video production. I call these the 10 Commandments of Media Arts, and they are available for perusal on filloytech.info. The remaining 5 points have the students trying something different each week. I might ask them to work with a particular genre, like the how-to videos I showed previously, but more often I've been asking them to practice different ways of setting up their videos, like messing around with light sources. Regardless of what that 4th requirement is each week, I try to leave detailed comments on each video in Google Classroom about what can be done to improve it, what I liked, what maybe didn't work quite well, additional information that I think might be useful to the student. Students that have been reading those comments have made remarkable improvements in the quality of their work already this year, and first quarter isn't even over. The fact that homework is worth so much less than project grades works in the students' favor for this. If they try something more complex and don't quite pull it off, it still provides a learning experience without doing serious harm to their overall average. They have the freedom to explore ideas. The only students who aren't benefiting from this are the ones who choose not to do their homework, since I can't critique work that isn't submitted. And the homework itself is assigned weekly on purpose. Anyone who has been editing video can tell you stories about exports gone awry, corrupted files, and computers that have burst into flames. Okay, so maybe that last one was just me. But the point is, I post the weekly videos to Google Classroom on Saturdays at the latest, so students have a full week to get the assignment in spite of occasions where, say, they find out afterwards that all of their shots were recorded with their thumb over the microphone. Not that that happened to me, mind you. At least, not more than twice. In any case, with a week to do the homework, 1 or 2 setbacks shouldn't prevent the student from getting it done on time. The students that seem to be struggling the most are the ones who wait until Friday, when it's due, and try to string something together in 30 minutes or less. I've seen videos take longer than that to upload, let alone export. And in this class, waiting to the last minute isn't really Friday, it's more like Thursday. Coincidentally, Thursday is when we have after-school ELO for students to work on their assignments. You can find printable permission slips at filloytech.info if you haven't already sent one in. The bottom line is that media arts is, like any other art class, a subject where students learn by doing. The weekly videos are meant to be a lower stress, higher volume method for them to do activities that hone their craft. In other news, our current big project has students making spooky and or creepy movies. The challenge is to have their movies fit the genre while still being appropriate for school-aged children, which has led to a few in-class discussions. We're not doing clowns. Just no. The project's due on October 28th. If that date sounds familiar to you, it's because it's also the last day of first quarter. Because of this particular project will not count for first quarter, won't be on the report card. It'll be the first project for second quarter instead. Grades for the movie storyboards will count for first quarter though. There's so much more I could talk about, but I think I've yammered on enough for one video. If you have any questions, please email me at aaron.smith@pgcps.org. Until next time, this is Mr. Smith saying, be well.